Hello, my name is Sonjai Kumar and welcome to my channel, The Risk Management Research. I'm going to talk today on the Dubai flood. Where is the challenge? And have we missed risk management details in this? I think it is a warning signal for all. The event has occurred in Dubai, but this throws the warning for all the countries. Uh, If we look at the headlines of the various newspapers, they are focusing on the cloud seeding, the cause of this flood or this rainfall. Uh, Most of the headlines are saying that not cloud seeding is responsible for that, but it is the climate change to be blamed. Similarly, other news uh, news article says that did cloud seeding cause the Dubai flood? What to know about the science? So these are the common news floating um, in the news articles, and however, I have not seen in identifying that how such things can be mitigated, because the loss for such events are humongous. Let's see what we want to analyze and share with you. What is the challenge? The challenge through this event is that the question is not that whether it is due to a cloud seeding or it is due to a climate change. Such events may be happening in other parts of the country, but what can be done? The question is, have we learned from such event of the past or such disasters as an organization or as a country? Because if we have done that, then there should be a learning process. Some of the examples, if we quote, is the 2008 economic crisis, uh, COVID-19, Dubai flood, and if we look at other examples, we can find it out. Now the question is that where is the challenge, and how the losses from such events can be reduced or can be mitigated. Is there any learning process, or there is a gap in the implementation of some of the learnings that is happening? That's what we are going to analyze in this talk. So, what was the event? Here, I am quoting the Business Standard. It says that a record-breaking 254 millimeter of rainfall happened, and this was more than the average rainfall witnessed by the country in the entire year. This is a substantial amount of rain within a 24 hours period. Now, what was the impact? Because the impact is important. Loss of lives, if I'm not wrong, something like 20 lives are lost. There's a loss to the property, infrastructure, automobiles. I think that automobiles is the one thing where maximum number of claims are going to arise in the coming days. One can say that these structures are insured, and the cost of damage will be borne by the third party, that is the insurance company. This is the the plea one can take when such events has happened. What is the remedial action? But this is not true, because even if the the property or the automobiles are insured, uh, the question is that the the cost of such kind of event have been loaded into the premium or not. If premium is priced based on the normal event, then there is going to be a hole in a balance sheet because that premium is not charged from the customers. And in the coming days, we may watch out that how much the claim is arising. I think it will be an interesting case study for us to watch that what is the consequence on the insurance industry. So therefore, I have put it on red that watch how insurance companies perform in the coming month. One can also say that the insurance company take reinsurance to cover such risks. This is true. The catastrophic risk or very high sum assured or sum insured, insurance company take a reinsurance and reinsurance company bear the hit. Now the question is that in such cases even reinsurance companies bear the losses. The very good example is COVID, when most of the insurance company, especially with the pure protection product, had reinsured their products, and ultimately all the reinsurance company across the world suffered the losses. So even though it is a risk management technique for the insurance companies, but someone is bearing the loss. Now, if you look at some of the headlines, that is coming it out about the impact. So, the central bank is asking lenders to defer the loan repayment for 6 months to help the flood-hit residents. This is similar to what Reserve Bank of India did during the COVID in India. UAE motorists face insurance delays to repair the flood damage. This is understandable because there will be a flush of the automobiles reaching the garage. I think the next one is coming from the government, dollar 544 million to repair homes. That is the another hit on the economy, and reinsurance hit anticipated as Dubai flood impact emerges. I think these are some of the things that is to be observed over a period of time to to correctly assess the impact and take the learning forward. Now comes the question that how you know mm, it can be managed because the events will happen. So in my assessment, and I saw one of the uh, mm, news article talking about the wake up call for preparedness, and I have a similar view. Such events generally have got very low likelihood and very high impact. When it's very low likelihood means that it's a desert country, and the chances of having such kind of rain is very very low. And but if it happens, then the impact is very high. And as a result of that, if we multiply the two, the expected loss comes out to be very small. uh, there could be when looking at the expected loss amount, one can the decision maker may see that such events can be ignored and may leave the risk naked, that is not taking any mitigating action. Alternatively, especially when the frequency is so low, the cost of implementation of risk mitigation plan takes long time, and the cost is very high. On the other hand, when such event happen, the cost of damage is also very high. Now it is a weighing situation that the organization or a country want to invest on having the implementation of a mitigating action or investing post the damage. And that's where the risk management comes into the picture. Because in the risk management, it is about the advanced action, advanced planning is to be done. Risk management differs from the disaster management because in the disaster management, it happens post the event has happened, whereas the risk management is something where uh, mm, the individual or the organization is to take action in advance. In this case, the storm could not be stopped. This is the scenario. So the event could not be intervened. The question is, can the severity be reduced? So the question is about the likelihood, because when we are talking about the likelihood that the storm could not be stopped, but the question is that could we reduce the severity? In my assessment, the answer is yes. And how the answer is yes, by taking the advanced action and reducing the impact and hence the loss. As I was saying that one of the news article, about ADA 24/7 talks about the drainage system. It is reported that the country does not have the proper drainage system, and if there is a advanced mitigating action to have the proper drainage system, and it is also talking about the incident severe as the wake up call for the region to enhance the drainage system preparedness measure to cope up with the escalating impact of the climate change. This is one of the ways through which, if that mechanism is there, some of the waters can be flushed out, and the damages to the motor vehicle can be reduced. Similarly, the damage to the properties can be reduced if there is a proper mechanism. Uh, the organizations or the country is to identify the other mitigating action, that what steps can be taken so that such events, the impact on such events can be reduced. Now let's talk about risk management. The investment in a drainage system in a desert could be unthinkable and the cost could be very high. This is I would say, an obvious statement, because anyone can think of that. What is the need of it? In such areas, these events are rare. This is perfectly understandable. Another I would quote a similar example was during the COVID-19, and the world was caught unaware. It was also a rare event because it has not happened, and the anticipation was very low, but the impact was phenomenal. Managing such events with a crisis management brings very high cost. That's the basically the two sides, that how we are going to manage it. Given the emergence of extreme events, the time has come when countries and organizations must prepare for stressful event and scenario analysis. I think this is a point where I would like to stress upon and emphasize that given the changing environment, it is not about just the one country. It is for the entire world that they have to create the stress scenarios, and think of that what adverse can happen. It could be an extreme cold, it could be an extreme heat, it could be an extreme rain, and could be a combination of others. And if we are leaving those risks naked, then we may see in future that such catastrophic events are happening. So I think the time is there, or here rather, that to make an investment in those scenarios and prepare ourselves, because end of the day we are investing post the damage. So that is why I think it is a reminder for not for a one country but for the entire world. I saw that the focus of the press was mostly on identifying, whether it was cloud seeding or changing the global climate. Except I think the one article I could see about the preventive suggestions. I think there should be more focus or enhanced focus should be there on how does the advanced action can be taken. An individual country or organization even cannot be. So I think the preparedness level need to be increased across the world for different possible events. We have to list down the events and based upon the severity and based upon the likelihood, uh, the mitigating actions need to be prepared. So that's why the message from this Dubai flood, and I would like that to um, continue, watching out the impact of this flood from the insurance and other economic fallout point of view. That what is the economic cost of this event, and how such events, could have, what is the other actions can be taken, because we are now entering into the era when there is already a global warming sign is there. uh, so we need to be, more careful and watch out such situation. I would ask you that, if you can share your thoughts on this and what you would like to hear in future, that will basically help me in focusing my area of attention. And you can, subscribe to this so that if I and when I come in the future, you can see that what is there. So thanks a lot for watching this, and goodbye for now.